Oh, I wonder if that's a thing. I can't get out of that shit. I'm in a death trap.
What are you doing?
I
Are
don't
you
know.
stuck there?
I'm stuck. I don't know what it looks like on your screen, but I'm not having a fun time right now. I'm stuck to the boat.
I have
I'm
no
one
idea
with the
how to
boat.
get you unstuck. I'm gonna start the sails and sail away.
Oh, I have.
If that
Can I push the boat? No, I'm stuck. No, it's claimed me.
Does that get you unstuck? No, you're now. Oh no. Oh no, I got you attached. No? I'm taking you with me, but it's. I think
Jeez.
at some point you have no choice.
You know, with the pirate ships where they have like the mermaid on the front. Oh no, I'm kind of like that right now. Oh no. So.
Yay! I got rid of you. I got rid of the barnacle. It worked. It teleported you on top of the boat.
Before I proceed with this video, I understand it might be a little bit too long for some of you. So if you could just scroll down and take a look at the description, you will see how to provide the chapters. Today, we got quite a lot of skins for the Naval update. The February Force Wipe for 2026. And, well, I'm sure you're very curious. Some of you probably just want to get a good look at those skins right now. Well, just look at the description. Scroll down. You'll see the point where I say showcase. That's exactly it. But of course, I do like to yap about these skins and question, oh, could they potentially be nice investments for the future? You get the idea. Right, so let me just point this out. I'm actually recording right now. Oh, here we go. About 9 hours? Let me do the math. No, 8 hours. 8 hours since the Rust rotated. A little bit later on, you might notice I was actually recording earlier for all the deployables when I'm showcasing them, and of course the clothing as well, because I couldn't showcase the SKS immediately. I had to wait till the update happened, but I took part in the wipe today. Did any of you actually manage to get on boats today and have fun? They're a bit slow. I got stuck on one. Anyway, sorry. Just to quickly warn all of you, I recorded showcasing the deployables and the clothing earlier, but of course, as of now, and with the weapons and tools, we'll be showcasing them later. So if my choice of words is a bit weird, a bit odd, just point it out. So, Rust rotated 8 hours ago, and yes, it was an early Rust rotation. We're expecting that. But some of you might be a little bit confused. Where's the training SKS Hedge? You said it was 100% guaranteed to appear today. Change of plans. So, I'm sure many of you are fully aware. We are understood, or rather, we expect that only 3 training SKSs got bought 2 weeks ago, right? But turns out, the way Face Punch is going to approach it, it looks like the best way I can say, they're most likely going to treat those 3 training SKSs as a completely different skin. In terms of appearance, though, like I don't expect it to look that much different, but the best example is to point out the E-Class Revolver. Do you remember the No Mercy Revolvers? Do you remember when they accidentally accepted another one? And they're like, okay, about 200 of these exist. They're special now. E-Class Revolver. And to this day, listed at $500. There's about 200 of them. We know for a fact only 3 of those training SKSs managed to get through. So you know that whole thing with K13 from my server? We laughed at him when he bought it for $300. But then he laughed at us because he sold it last night for $1,700. Well, we laugh back at him again now because he probably shouldn't have sold it for $1,700. That is now the rarest skin in the game. For sure, 100%. But again, in terms of appearance, I think it's just going to be an E-Class situation where one is called the E-Class SAR and one is just called the Training SAR. And that's it. Again, we don't know what it is yet. We're going to find out next week. I will make a fuss about this. I'll make a video dedicated to talking about what happened. So if anybody's confused in the future, I'll explain. So, okay, cool. That's all understood. And yeah, that is what we're expecting. We'll see what happens next. I do believe those special training SKSs will most likely be the most expensive skins we've ever seen in Rust. It depends if people really want them, you know? So, okay, cool. So that's all nice and said. I should also point out, I accidentally forgot to, like, I didn't put a schedule on the abnormals for that video. So if you thought, wow, that was late today, yeah, I accidentally didn't put a schedule on it. So, yeah, oh no. Okay, so back over to here. Some very interesting skins. Feel free to comment below, though. Out of all the skins here, which one was your favourite? Which one do you personally think is going to be a lovely investment for the future? Because at first glance, I do believe a lot of people probably looked at the SKS, another Heatseeker skin, lovely stuff. Or maybe what caught your eye is the old pirate revolver. Because if I could just scroll down, I was like, oh wow, look at that. Well, that certainly is interesting, isn't it? Oh yeah. Have you kept track of the sales? So I repeat, it's been about 8 hours since the Rust rotated, and I even had to go here and talk about how the sales are looking pretty ridiculous. 3 hours in, the SKS had more sales than all of the skins from last week. What? Oh, you just wait. You just wait until you see how many have sold after 8 hours. So if I could now switch over to here. First things first, I want to go ahead and point out which of these skins are and are not abnormal, and it'll be easier to point out which skins are not abnormal. Life Vest Hide Shirt is not abnormal, no special link prepared there. Castaway Furnace is not abnormal. The Corsair Double Barrel Shotgun is not abnormal. The Dutch Steering Wheel is not abnormal. The Deep Hatchet and, of course, the Pickaxe, they are not abnormal. And yeah, that's all the skins. Lots of positivity, people were waiting for them. I'm not sure if it's everything you desperately wanted, but again, all of these were submitted back in like November, early December, because yeah, it was supposed to come out December time, wasn't it? But they decided to cook on it a bit longer. I hope you're enjoying the update. I was playing with cheese earlier, and we were under the impression that people like didn't care enough about the boats. Like, we didn't see anybody else with a custom boat out. Maybe you thought, and maybe you saw different. I hope it's not dead content quickly, but you know, they did spend a lot of time on this. Maybe it just doesn't really match the flow of what Rust is. We'll see how it goes. Again, I am under the impression that it's the beginning of a lot more. I reckon they're going to keep tweaking it, changing it, adding more things to it, and then eventually, maybe after a year or two, then it's fully complete. So it's just the beginning for now. Right, cool. So 8 hours in, how many sales do you reckon we've had? Shall we take a look? All right, so let's go over to here and refresh, because I can confirm to you. 8 hours in, or slightly more, I should say. Heatseeker SKS has almost 18,000 subscribers. Well then, are we surprised? No, not really, because, well, it's the Skinnables issue. When a brand new Skinnable appears, the first few skins always usually sell a ridiculous amount, and then as time goes on, those first few skins that sold too much end up going down in price pretty badly. Now, it's debatable whether the Heatseeker SKS will suffer. It doesn't have a transparent aim sight. But yeah, that's ridiculous. Please be aware, there will be more SKS skins. I assure you 100%, I am fully well aware lots of them have been submitted. All I've got to do is just go over to the workshop, and you see to the right here, there you go, SKS, I click that, and you might notice, for Valentine's, for Lunar New Year, lots of them have been made. And I do expect them to be accepted. Look at the little Cupid design there. So, alright, cool. You should be anticipating that, and that's what's likely going to be a big problem for that. Kind of surprised to see Curse of the Drowned Treasure Chest is actually doing really well, but props to it. It's a cool design, and it's very fitting for the update. But to sell more than that Revolver, oh wow. But still, both of them have sold ridiculous amounts. 100%, I'm sure you'd agree. Kind of surprised with the Naval camo. It's not camouflage. If you're sitting in water, you're not camouflaged. You could just simply wear any dark clothing and you'd be alright. But it says camo in the name, so people are going to buy it, aren't they? Yeah. Alright, fair enough. Maybe I could get more blue? Shut up, Hedge. Anyway. Can't confirm, Xenotype is now definitely 100% the largest large box collection we've ever seen, with 20. Yep, 20 in total now. But I don't really want to go near it because we still don't know what Box's DLC is. So overall, honestly, it's a perfectly fine looking Rust store. Can't complain. But you have to be aware, we're probably not going to see any collection continuations until March. Because next week, Valentine's, week after that, Lunar New Year, and a week after that, I think, is also Lunar New Year. So the next few Rust stores for this month, already figured out. And that means, well, no collection continuation acceptances or anything for at least, well, another 4 weeks. Yippee. So, alright, cool. But don't forget, Focused item of the month is the spinning wheel. You'll see a bunch of those as well. And of course, yeah, you should be expecting a lot of SKS skins. So, shall we now go through all these skins and try and figure out, could they actually work out as nice investments? Could the high sales potentially be a big issue? So in the past, we've looked at like Heatseeker SAR, Heatseeker MP5, and well, what happened to them? They sold a ridiculous amount, didn't they? As time went on, they did recover. Sorry about that. They did recover. But the main thing that helped them out was the fact that we didn't have competition. I can't confirm that, like, right now, with the Twitch drops, that MP5 isn't so special anymore, is it? No. We've showcased the skins, haven't we? I'm sure many of you are fully well aware. Recruiter and Ledoux, they have insane MP5s that, well, they outdo the Heatseeker MP5 because they're for absolutely free. So that very well might become a big problem for it. MP5, as the example, that did 65,000 subscribers almost. The SAR, almost 40,000 subscribers. But over the past post-Christmas, they went up to very, very nice high points. They reached brand new all-time highs. No complaints. I was happy to see it. So what we have here, after 8 hours, it's already got 18,000 subscribers. I don't know how far you're going to go, but I am worried. And I wouldn't be surprised with the first 24 hours of sales, that potentially reaches all the way up to 30,000 subscribers. Which then reminds me of that particular furnace. Oh, what was it called? Oh, yeah. I'm talking about Ghost Furnace. Do you remember this? Over 70,000 subscribers. And yet, people like it. It's still holding its value. Not profitable, though, I should point out. I am worried, again, purely based on the fact that there will be a whole lot more like SKS skins and whatnot. I do believe this will struggle and suffer. The MP5 did struggle and suffer. It didn't go down ridiculously bad, but it did go down. For quite a long time, the MP5 was down to around $1.50 to $2. But because for a very long time it also didn't have any competition, when times were good, people bought it, people appreciated it, people loved it. That is no longer the case. However, as time has passed, quite a lot of those sales have gone around. People most likely already own this, they're happy with it and whatnot. Price is still retaining, but again, please do not forget, as we go through March and April time, we typically expect a dip. Less people playing, lower prices for skins. It's unfortunate, but it's a routine thing that happens every single year. Because after that, it's the summertime. Kids are out of school. Kids are playing Rust. People, they're happy. Prices are up. All is good. So my expectation from here, a lot of people probably bought the Heatseeker SKS because they genuinely wanted it. Cool. But I also get the feeling a lot of people bought it because they just know. This whole collection right here has been doing very, very, very good. You might joke and laugh that this wasn't even affected with the brand new Revolver today. I'll showcase that in a second, don't you worry. But there will be competition, and you won't look so special anymore. This doesn't even have a transparent aim sight. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. As time goes on, though, will it slowly pick itself up and improve? I won't be surprised if that happens. Like, I honestly won't be surprised if about, like, towards the end of this year, post-Christmas next year, that'll probably be back up to $3 again. But I am very much worried in regards to how much it's selling and knowing that there will be other options appearing. And it's not just like skins and Rust stores. Twitch drops, kick drops, common now. You know for a fact we're going to see like another Twitch drop. Like, we're going to see Blue Gem, yeah. Trainwrecks is set. Of course we're going to see another one like that, aren't we? Blue Gem, SKS, it's inevitable. We're expecting that to happen, and lo and behold, most likely will. So other options will be appearing, and with that higher price, I doubt that it's going to be A-OK. So keep an eye on this. By all means, if you want to buy one for yourself because you like it, buy it, use it, enjoy it, support the skin creators, keep them nice and motivated to keep working out nice creative designs in the future. But based on what I'm looking at here, well, as an investment, I might want to just stick with the abnormal barders. And hey, Perilous, thank you very much. Much appreciated. Didn't notice you raided. Did he? Anyway, moving on. Oh, he did. Yeah, cool. Thank you. Curse of the Drowned Treasure Chest. A very interesting small box that glows in the dark and looks very, very sinister. If you're doing like pirate roleplay at the moment, you need this in your boat, 100%. So props to Zinc and FM. That's a cool looking design. And well, if you saw my special quick preview with the short video showcasing the Rust store, I'm sure this caught your eye, especially with all the gold. So yeah, I'll be showcasing this again in a second. But small boxes. Have they always worked out perfectly fine? My goodness. Yeah. Do you notice how the majority of these skins aren't doing very well? Yeah, that's a bit of a problem. Let me put it this way. If you're hoping for a collection continuation, I don't think that'll be happening until March. I don't know if we're still going to see aquatic, naval, pirate, navy themed skins being produced and accepted after this. Is that going to happen and continue into March? Are we going to still see space themed skins in March, considering what happened over the past, like, January time? I'm a little bit worried. Now, the easy collection continuation would be a large box, which would look pretty cool. But are we going to get like a full proper Curse of the Drowned Deployable set? Sounds like a perfectly cool, like, interesting theme. I'm just not sure if it's going to definitely happen. Now, of course, we see like a second skin being made and accepted. Okay, that'll make me a whole lot more confident. But yeah, you're also selling a lot. 8 hours in, over 10,000 subscribers. I'd be screaming most of the time, but I'm kind of not surprised. It's a cool looking skin. So props to skin creators. Keep up the good work, and we'll see what happens next. Old Pirate Revolver. Well then, yep, you're also selling a lot. And of course, we've already mentioned it. I didn't mean for that to happen. I'll just stick with Rust Help for now. This has an incredibly transparent aim sight. It rivals the Olympus Revolver. So with that appearing today, Olympus Revolver, oh, it panicked. It screamed, and it dropped down in price. But here's the thing. As I mentioned just a second ago, whilst the Olympus Revolver went down in price, what happened to Heatseeker? Heatseeker didn't care. Now, just to quickly point this out, my extensions aren't working today, so I had to look at it this way. But I can confirm to you, this is over $7 at the moment. So let's just refresh, so we definitely know we're up to date, right? Did this go down in price today? No, didn't give, it did not care. Oh, it cared when the Olympus Revolver appeared. But guess what happened afterwards? Whoop, went all the way back up again. Now, it hasn't reached the highs that we saw just before we saw Olympus Revolver, but it's still recovered, and it's still in a very, very good spot right now. Case in point with the Olympus Revolver, weren't you like pushing up to $5, almost $6 at one point? Right now, it's only $4, and as you might notice, whilst it was climbing, look at that drop right there. Look at that drop. Well, that put a bit of a damper on this, didn't it? However, do you expect the exact same behaviour we saw here happening with this over here? What do you reckon? Do you reckon after a while this will slowly pick itself back up again and work out quite all right? Well, another thing I just want to quickly point out to you. In regards to the progress we're seeing with this revolver, let's also remind you that the Olympus Revolver also sold a lot. The Olympus Revolver did almost 40,000 subscribers, the highest ever selling revolver we've ever seen. So, okay, if that still worked out quite all right, surely that will as well, right? Well, I'll sit here and say this. Today, we could have just gotten a normal revolver, and I still likely would have jumped. I very much would have just jumped onto it. I'd have been happy to invest into a brand new revolver, because they always tend to be very nice and reliable, okay? But with a transparent aim sight like that, oh, I've got to jump onto it now. But do you reckon, considering we only get like 3 revolvers a year, in fact, I can show that to you, so just to get the point across, 3, 2, 3, 3, 4, there you go. Let's go back to 2021 to see 4. Do you honestly believe the next ones are also going to have incredibly transparent aim sights? Or do you reckon it'll just be like a standard design? Or just a little bit of transparency? What do you reckon? Because if we do see that happen again, okay, it wouldn't surprise me if Olympus does drop off a fair bit. It really wouldn't surprise me if this also drops off. But my expectation is both of them will work out all right. Both of them likely will rise up in price ever so nicely. So it might be a slow progress, a slow gradual rise, but I do expect both of them to work out very nicely. So yeah, perhaps the Olympus Revolver is already starting to drop down in price, inevitably as we would, as we go through March and April time. But look at it again around the summertime. Much like what we saw the Heatseeker Revolver, it just takes some time. And after a while, all the way back up again. So, okay, cool. We'll leave it at that then. You are looking interesting. I personally want to buy you. I accidentally hit the spacebar there. I do apologise. It is still looking appealing. I know it sounds a bit silly that I bigged this up and yet I put that down. But that's the first of its kind and there will be other options. So at the moment, loads of people are simply buying it because there's nothing else other than that training SKS. For this right here, there's plenty more options, and I really don't think you're going to sell too badly. Like, I don't think that's reaching 40,000 subscribers. Maybe I'll be wrong. We'll see how it goes. But, yeah. An interesting black / sort of green design. I think a lot of people will be appreciating that. It's not part of the pirate collection, just to clarify. It had to be treated slightly differently. So this is the old pirate revolver. Cool. Well, that turned into a collection. That's a good shout. What's the skin creator up to? Kavahu. Well, we'll see what he wants to do next. He could easily make a whole collection of it. We shall see. So, alright, cool. A very nice looking revolver. I don't blame you if you want to jump onto it, but I will sit here and say, smart thing to do is abnormal barders first, look at the support afterwards, then make considerations. Naval camo clothing. What do you personally think? I don't personally think this is camouflage. I don't think it's camouflage. No. Come on now. Surely not, no. But based on what I'm looking at, by default, it's the beginning of a brand new batch of clothing armour. In the future, well, could we see naval camo tier 3, tier 2, boots and gloves? I expect it. I'm not sure if we can expect a similar amount of sales, though. Oh boy, 8 hours in, and we're pushing up to 10,000 subscribers. Perhaps by the end of the week, the 7-day tenure, both of these pieces surpass 30,000 subscribers. Well, it wouldn't surprise me. But wow, God, these sales are ridiculous. I'm a little bit worried, purely based on the idea that potentially these end up coming out first, and then they struggle because the pieces that appear after it, oh, they're going to go down in price probably. Like, here's a great example. In the past, we had the Ladybug collection, didn't we? So let's just click this. Was it this one or was it this one? I can't remember what was different. Is this one? Yep. Okay, cool. Do you remember Ladybug collection? This started off with the hoodie and pants. The hoodie and pants came out early 2020, if I can recall, and both of these did 36,000 subscribers. Later on, we saw Tier 3. Tier 3 only did 13,700. 13,000, about a third of the sales. For a very long time, both of these pieces have suffered very badly. But with more and more acceptances, this eventually did recover. This was at one point in the positive, didn't last forever though, but it took a very long time for both of them to actually work out quite alright. So the point I'm trying to get across is, with our brand new naval camo clothing, they are selling like hotcakes. They are selling ridiculously. They are selling far too much, perhaps. And when we eventually do potentially see a collection continuation of some sort, I worry those collection continuations will sell far but less compared to those, and they will suffer simply because they're very popular. So let's say this ends up with about 35,000 subscribers. That's just me like guessing, just coming up with a number, right? If the next pieces come out with only 20,000 subscribers, yes, you would expect the clothing to suffer, all right? So initially, we might get a collection continuation. Will it give it a big boost? I would expect so. But it's based on, with the sales, what happens next. I've already given you a big warning. So maybe it's better to wait until you do the abnormal barders. Maybe that might be smarter. Because, of course, by Wednesday, if it keeps the momentum it has, I wouldn't be surprised if it does reach about 30,000 subscribers. And I'm a fair bit worried. So I'll leave it at that. Interesting, but kind of worried. And again, if you like it and you just want to buy it, just go buy it. Treat yourself. Right? Cool. Xenotype Navy. So, of course, I hope you keep an eye on the commits. Boxes DLC, you haven't had a mention today, have you? No. However, Hack Week Golf. Oh, no. However... I am expecting, right, that we find out what the other is. Cool. I believe we're going to find out what the Boxes DLC is within this month. I'm expecting the Boxes DLC to be the special DLC for March, right? So as we get closer and closer to March Force Wipe, surely we'll find out if it's small boxes or large boxes. Because if it's large boxes, ugh, why would Face Punch accept so many storage collections, large box collections I should clarify, only to make one themselves and then undercut all the other ones with a cheaper price? However, based on that one point, it led me to believe that they'll probably just make a small box collection, which I don't think anybody would complain about. So, okay, that's fine. right? Yeah, if it was small boxes, the large box collections would most likely be unharmed. Their prices will still retain. We'll see what becomes of that. But anyway, ever since we found out about this, people have been worried. Not panicking, not yet really, but we did not see the storage collections rise up in price that much for post-Christmas. They really didn't get anywhere, which is unfortunate. But with the the DLC looming over our heads, once we find out, oh no. So personally, I'm a fair bit worried. I've already sold my storage collections. I did not trust what was going to happen next. So I took the risk and I sold my large boxes, and I just want to move on from them. Quite a decent amount of it was profit though, not a huge profit, but some funds back and whatnot. You get the idea. But yeah, this is not good for the large box we have right here in front of us. Also, what's a navy box for? What's a navy box for? What are you going to put in that? All the tools and whatnot? Like, you're not going to have your anchor in a box. You're going to have it outside on your boat. You might sit there and say, oh, but I could put it in there for now. Okay. So you got a storage just for now. I mean, if they want to do that, they're more than welcome to do so. But yeah, it doesn't really make that much sense. Put your fish in it, I guess. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, cannonballs, not, you know what? Great shout. Why not just make a cannonballs large box then? Yes, Crazy Steve. I can't answer that right now, but based on what we saw, yeah, maybe he wasn't supposed to say it out loud. Anyway, Xenotype Navy large box. Have you seen the state of Xenotype collection? Let's just take a look at it again. Let's just see how you're currently holding up. The majority of them are down in price, and it's not looking pretty. So I'm having doubts. I'm a little bit worried. I'm going to leave it for now, okay? By all means, if you want to buy one for yourself, because, again, cannonballs apparently. All right, cool. Go for it. Enjoy it. Appreciate it. It's just I don't really see that much demand for it. As we slowly descend to all these other skins, I'm not going to feel as confident. Life vest, hide shirt. No pants, although, you know, they could have done like some swimming trunks and whatnot. That could have worked. Anyway, life vest, hide shirt. I don't really expect that much. For role players, oh, okay, that's actually a very clever idea. Like, that's actually awesome. I don't think the majority of people who play Rust are role players. So, honestly, very clever idea. We do have, like, a nice, unique variety of skins for this Rustor. But I'm just not feeling it. All the other HUD shirts we've had somewhat recently all came out with some HUD shorts, which was nice. Very nice. But, yeah, not all of them did work out A-okay. We have not had a hide shirt independently all by itself. If I go really far back, I can't remember if Celtic hide and Tribesman hide had other pieces with them. Based on what I'm looking at here, with the collection being listed there, I would assume it does. Alright, cool. Anyway, life vests required by Coast Guard. Big tickets if you don't have enough. See, that's role players. You could get quite a lot of jokes about that. I think maybe quite a lot of people probably would appreciate it. If you're committed to some very silly, goofy things, I think the life vest jacket probably would be a great thing for you. But 99 cents, honestly, yeah, honestly, if you just want it, if you need it for certain, shenanigans, if you need it as a prop, go ahead, buy it. Buy it, enjoy it, support the skin creator, and let's see if he feels invested to go ahead and try and make a life vest hide set or some sort. As I said, maybe some swimming trunks, some swimming shorts for hide shorts. We'll see. But yeah, I'm personally not feeling that confident with the hide vest there. I don't think it's going to work out A-okay. Deep Sea Captain Jacket. I am the very model of a model major general. Okay, anyway, you've seen the short video. It was out 2 years ago, 2 months ago. Where are you, Hedge? I don't know. Anyway, Deep Sea Captain Jacket, an awesome looking design. Like I again, it's the role players. If you're going to be in charge of an army of some sort, I did not mean to click that. Workshop, please. Come on. Thank you. This is why I normally stick with the SCM members playing up today. If you're a leader, if you're somehow in charge of many people, you need to play the part and buy this or use this snow jacket. Now, how often do people actually use snow jackets? How often do people actually skin them? Oh, that might be a bit of a problem. But for roleplay servers and whatnot, I could see that getting a lot of usage. I could see a lot of people appreciating it. It's just, yeah, is that enough people? I don't think so. If you want to sing that whole song from Pirates of Penzance, okay, I feel like that's a great thing to consider wearing for it. But aside from that, I just don't. I worry about it. And a very easy way to understand is if we could just quickly switch over to here and look at the recent snow jackets. You might notice, oh dear, well, they went down a price. Down 15%, down 9%. You're a Christmas skin, so I don't really want to judge you that much. But hey, based on what we see here, considering that did over 30,000 and this did 13, I don't know how much you're going to sell. But I kind of wouldn't be surprised if you do still go down in price. Smart barter, probably the way? Yeah, okay, maybe. That might be the way. But, we'll see what happens next, alright? It's just, yeah. With that being abnormal, we can use that time to our advantage. I personally don't know if it's going to, like, sell like crazy and suddenly become a massive investment and whatnot. I'm not feeling it. Not a fan of this jacket because you can't wear another piece of clothing underneath. Again, that's also a negative, so yeah, we'll see what becomes of that. If you just personally want it for yourself, by all means, appreciate it and whatnot. But if everybody else isn't really that keen, then, well, yeah, maybe it's not a good thing to jump onto. So, alright, let's leave it till Wednesday. Abnormal barters first. Frigate Sheet Matador. I'm not sure if we're going to see any attempts for a collection continuation, but damn, Smoothie, you're on a roll. You've been getting a lot of skins accepted recently. Take a look and see. Yep. Got that. Got the cute thing. He's on a roll. He's doing a very good job. So, alright, cool. But yep, just to repeat, this was originally submitted back in November. We had 2 versions. This one glows in the dark. This one was the one this was the one that was accepted. Looking pretty sweet. But it's also Sheet Matador. How are Sheet Matadors holding up since last year? Let's take a quick look, because you might be surprised to find out that the majority of them aren't doing very nicely. Yep. So many of them are in the red. But considering all the Sheet Matadors we got for free as well, like especially the Delicard door. Yeah, I'm not surprised. So, yeah. Tons upon tons upon tons of Sheet Matadors. That's not a surprise. With far too many options, unfortunately, it's a struggle for these to stand out. And with this being like a very boat-themed design with the anchor, I don't think many people are going to want to actively use it, which does make me a little bit worried. SCMM's playing up, so I'm just going to refresh it again. So based on what we're seeing here, with the Sheet Matador, it wouldn't surprise me if it just drops off like most of the other Sheet Matadors. As time goes on, we'll go through bad times and good times and bad times again. I wouldn't be surprised if you suffer and you barely recover. So, Frigate Sheet Matador, you have sold quite a decent amount, but fake boat door. To be honest with you, for decorations, with depending how you build your like boat base and whatnot, it is a pretty clever thing with the anchor, quite decorative and whatnot. I still don't fully trust it. So in regards to that, again, I might just stick with a barter. I don't fully trust because I know there will be more Sheet Matadors. Cool, very insane, transparent Sheet Matadors. Let me tell you, in regards to Valentines, I have seen tons upon tons of Valentine's doors. It's ridiculous, so it's nice to see that you got accepted. I just don't trust you as an investment. Other than that, feel free to comment below your own thoughts. You're more than welcome to do so. Boat wooden door. This has transparency. No glow in the dark, but it does have transparency, which you'll see right over there. Stands out quite nicely. You can see through the gaps there. Yep, cool. So, okay, cool. But you're a wooden door. And didn't we just have a wooden door? Yep. So, yeah. And we have a Twitch drop right now. Not the best of timing, is it? Nope. So I wouldn't be surprised if it ends up like all of these. Down to just under $1. That very likely will be a barter situation, and that's that. So based on what I'm looking at here, okay, cool. Disguised Doors collection. Oh, there you go. So it is part of a collection now. Seems that's been fully figured out. Do you notice how all of them are basically down in price? Yeah. And someone bought out all the tugboat doors, if I can recall. I'm sure he's very happy right now. So what we see here, I think that's still going below $1. It wouldn't surprise me. But if you like it, if you think it blends in very nicely with the wooden boat builds, go ahead, buy it, appreciate it. But as an investment, I don't think that'll be holding up very nicely. People do not appreciate wooden door skins. Jelly head wrap. A fun, silly, goofy thing, much like how we talked about these two things. But this glows in the dark It's not useful. It's not beneficial. If you want to stand out in a crowd at night time, sure, okay, that'll help you out. But yeah, a glow-in-the-dark piece of clothing is probably not what the people who play Rust is what they want most. I mean, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if you drop off. It's a pretty silly, goofy design. It's just, you know, I didn't mean to do that. Get back over to here. There we are. Look at all the other burlap head wraps. That's down the price, that's down the price, that's down the price, that's down the price, that's down the price. Your camouflage, you're appreciated. Down, 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 down. You could be used in the jungle and for green camouflage. You're doing quite right. Positive, lovely. You're weird and glow in the dark. And a few other designs. Like, based on what I'm looking at over to here, a pure comedy, goofy design, I don't think it's going to hold up very nicely. So, whilst it's priced at $2, at the very least, it is abnormal. We can get some barders done next Wednesday. We can figure that out. But I'm having doubts. Maybe at night time, loads of people jump into the water, wear those in their heads. It looks as if the jellyfish are actually moving around and whatnot. That'd be pretty cool. But I don't think it'd be holding. I don't think people would be clamouring for it, going crazy for it. It wouldn't surprise me if it just gets lost in the shuffle and probably will be forgotten. Wow, that was accepted this year. I never knew. Something like that. So, yeah, sorry to say. Again, if you think it's funny, if you think it looks cool, buy it. Appreciate it. Castaway furnace. I've already seen this in game. It's not looking very pretty. Does everything have to look pretty? Again, if you want some people to actually want to buy it and use it and appreciate it, sure, I guess I will stick by that. But yeah, this is like a very standard looking design. Metallic, all welded together. Okay, a very interesting DIY approach, but I still don't fully trust it. Furnaces, they have to really go crazy. They have to really stand out. In fact, earlier, we just talked about the Ghost Furnace. That did over 70,000 subscribers with some very creative usage of transparency. This right here, I will not be surprised if it does get lost. Other than that, congratulations to Krabby. I know you don't get that many skins accepted, so best luck to you, sir. Consider making some more. But personally, as an investment, I don't think I'll be going crazy for this. Sorry to say. Corsair double barrel shotgun. One quick look at all the double barrel shotgun skins we've seen as of recent. Do be aware, we have a Twitch drop currently out at the same time. Down 45, down 18, down 55, down 40, down 59. It's not looking pretty. Nope. So, sorry to say, but double barrel shotguns as of recent, they have not worked out as very nice investments whatsoever. I fully believe the Corsair double barrel shotgun will be going below its Rustle price. Now, with it selling at a standard $2 price, that's also not abnormal. So that could be a bit of a concern. But let's just sort of, you know, get a good look at it here right now, just in case. Very interesting approach, nice and shiny, produced by Graham Chrome and Little Ranger. And I got to point it out. It does kind of look like the Dragon Rage double barrel shotgun, doesn't it? Very similar sort of gold design. Right, well, it's made by them, so it's not too surprising, is it? So based on what we're looking at here, it will be a barter. Not sure how much to offer right now. Let's keep an eye on the sales, but yeah, sales could probably be too high, too little. We'll see. Yeah, see how it goes. Dutch steering wheel. So if I could just point out, last year during the summer of 2025, the first ever spinning wheel appears, and it goes down in price very quickly. Why? What happened? People don't need spinning wheels. Maybe it might be entertaining to play with one for about, like, I don't know, a couple of minutes. But after a while, what's the point of it? So at the very least, Dutch steering wheel, it does look pretty cool. You could put that inside your base, your boat base. Put a whole bunch of them. Pretend they're cogs in the machine. But yeah, I don't think people care that much. Like, it really doesn't like make me feel confident to want to chase after that. Next week, there will be Valentine's spinning wheels. Because of that, there will be Lunar New Year, the year of the horse spinning wheels. I fully expect it. So, okay. My expectation is this is going to behave exactly like that. And that very likely will be slightly below $1. So, sorry to say, even with these sales looking pretty good at the moment, it's not looking very appetizing. So we'll see what becomes of it, but yes, it's doesn't even glow in the dark. We'll leave it at that. Yeah, I'm just not feeling very confident with it. Then we have the deep hatchet and the deep pickaxe, and it's a bit odd because I know for a fact the hatchet, it glows in the dark, but the pickaxe, I don't think it does. I have to test that out a bit, don't you worry. But typically, with a standard hatchet and a standard like pickaxe, they just tend to go down in price like instantly. So yeah, this I know for a fact this got quite a lot of support. People did appreciate it. Pretty much every single skin here did. All positive. But if I had to take a look at this purely based on looking at all the hatchets and whatnot, immediately I'm going to sit here and say, what? Really? Are you sure you want to consider jumping onto this? Because yeah, that's not looking very pretty. So many skins being accepted. So many of them being not very nice investments. All of them going down in price almost. So that's not looking very good, is it? No, no, no. Same would apply with the pickaxe as well. Let's just take a quick look at all of these. Quick look at all of these, and yeah, pretty much all of them down in price except this one and this one. Scroll, 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 scroll. This one's doing all right. This one's doing all right. This one's doing all right. But for that one, it wouldn't surprise me if you're being manipulated. It doesn't feel like that's normal. So, okay, cool. The majority, the vast majority. Hatchets, and of course pickaxes. I wouldn't trust it. I fully expect them to go down in price. So sorry to say, but yeah, based on past behaviour, where I've kept track of all these tools, feels like inevitability. So yeah, it's not abnormal. That's a big concern. We'll see how it goes, all right? Am I fully awake? Yeah, sorry, I've just been screaming and shouting all day. Right then, so that's all covered. That's looking pretty sweet. So just to repeat once again, the Twitch drops are out. Let's just see if everybody's still streaming. Yes, indeed they are. They want that ad money. Don't blame them. General drops are fully available right now. Remember, if you're going to get these, make sure you're watching anyone streaming Rust except these people, all right? Although when you have their drop, I think they then give you the general drops. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, that's a lovely batch of skins. Looking very, very nice. They are available for another 9 hours, 9 days, 21 hours, and 30 minutes. So yeah, cool. God, Hedge, wake up. Right then, so anything else to address? Next week, do not forget, Valentine's is on the horizon, and all of the skins have been submitted. Now, what I should also point out is the Lunar collection should be appearing fairly soon as well. It hasn't happened yet, but I believe it's this upcoming weekend. So, all right, cool, 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 cool. So that's all cool. Sales are still ridiculous. Boom. Oh, God. Is there anything else to address? Well, we mentioned that. And I think I have said pretty much everything. What we need to do now is actually hop in game, get a good look at all those skins, and just, you know, consider if they're still looking pretty nice. Still consider, could they be nice investments or not? Now, before we quickly go ahead and showcase all the brand new skins, I thought I'd just add a few clips from playing earlier today. Again, I ask you, are you actually fans of the brand new boat content? If you don't have engines, it takes forever. And I'm not sure how long it's going to take for you to actually get to a point where you actually get engines, because if you just try and endure it and try and get around on sales, yeah, it's not that fun. He's farming a tree. Do you want to kill him?
On the road? Sure, let's try. I see him too, yeah. 1, 2, 3. No, I missed.
Oh, we're both bad at this, Cheese.
Yeah, we're terribly bad. We need to get closer. Hey, stand still! We want to kill you! Still, stand still!
Yeah, we're not very good at this. Get back here! Stop moving! It makes it really hard to kill you! Right, I could do this. Yay! We did it! We're good at this game now! Yay!
Yay, first blood!
Yay!
Woohoo! Yay! Oh, he's dead!
Yep.
Do I have the honor?
Yeah,
Building?
you built it. Right,
There we go.
take us away, Mr. Cheese.
So, to take you away, I need to do this.
Oh. Well, how are we going to stop?
And you're steering.
Oh,
Go
what's
on the
that?
steering wheel. I'm up here.
Right. I am
And there's no deep sea
sailing.
yet.
I am
there's no deep sea yet.
sailing.
So we're just gonna farm trash piles with our own boat. I'm gonna
Okay.
Store away. Yeah, it's shitty. We need a second.
Yeah, we need an
sail
engine.
or an engine. Yeah.
I mean, we are plodding along within a reasonable pace. Obviously, it's not fast, but, you know, the One Piece is real. Right.
It works.
It works.
And I think we're the first ones with our own built boat.
Sail away, sail away, sail away. Oh, to be loud, and the shores are Tripoli.
When do you want to stop and start swimming?
I don't
or
even know
how
if
do
we're moving. I don't even know if we're moving, Cheese.
Yeah, you're pretty much moving up.
Crap. We should go. Yeah.
I pushed the boat.
You pushed the boat. You can push the boat.
Push the boat. Yeah, you
push
can push the boat.
Push. Keep away. Keep
Actually,
away.
It's faster when you push.
It's fucking faster. Oh no. And we got free sails. That's the annoying thing. We got free sails.
And it's not a massive big boat. Yeah.
Sail away. Okay, we're back. A nice change of scenery considering the actual update happened. How about we go ahead and showcase the skins? So, first of all, it will be me recording from earlier. We'll showcase the deployables. We'll showcase the clothing and the armor. And then after that, we'll proceed to showcase some very interesting weapons and tools. Okay, so I'm actually recording this before the update's even gone through. I've got about 30 minutes, but I've realised, hang on a minute, I can still showcase the doors, the deployables, the clothing. It's just I can't show off the SKSs. And so, we have an interesting transparent wooden door right here. Seems to blend in quite nicely with the upcoming, well, buildable boats. Yes, the wood design here does match up with that quite nicely. So that's looking pretty sweet. I'm sure a lot of people would appreciate something like that. But, wooden doors as investments, I mean, if you want it, by all means, buy it, use it, enjoy it, support the skin creator, keep them nice and motivated, keep them put out nice creative designs in the future. And what do we have right here? Well, I'll tell you what, with how you design your boats, you're going to have like doors just kind of sticking out on the side. If you have something like that on the side, honestly, it kind of would work. Kind of would make sense. It would make more sense, though, if the boats could be upgraded to metal. We'll see if that ever happens in the future. Anyway, yep, get a good look at this. The anchor is out, looking pretty sweet. And let's just get a quick look at night time. Not very reflective here. Somewhat reflective here, looking pretty sweet. But of course, in total darkness, can confirm only the sheet metal door here. That's the one that glows in the dark. Whilst this has transparency, it does not glow in the dark. So, alright, fair enough. Can't have it all. So, yeah, two perfectly fine looking doors. Surprised to see we didn't get a garage door this week, but then again, with the Twitch drops, alright, fair enough. We could take a break from the rust door. You can't stop garage doors from being given away, can you? Alright then, so to be honest with you, I'm kind of surprised they went with a tame option with the furnaces. Because yes, it's just this one. There's two versions because one on, one off. Get a good look at that. But yeah, I was genuinely surprised because I thought they were going to pick the ghost ship one. Kind of upset by that now. So yeah, looking pretty sweet. And of course, let's just get the light back on. Night time. Is it reflective? Kind of. And then when you actually look it over to here, not too bad. And then of course in total darkness, lo and behold, it's lit up quite nicely. It does have a few holes all the way around, so it does light up. Not too bad, not too bad. But in terms of its design, it is a bit plain, and it kind of wouldn't surprise me if that does end up going down in price. A cool DIY makeshift design, I respect it that in that regard, but something that everybody's going to be super impressed by and go crazy for, I doubt. So, alright, fair enough. Over to here, oh look, another small box with transparency on the top. Alright then, looking pretty sweet. So, you got your chest full of gold right here, but if you take one of those coins, you might end up undead or something. Light back on, night time. Are you reflective? Not really. Not really. A little bit of metal right there for the skull. It does seem to reflect quite a bit. But of course, in total darkness, can confirm this is lit up and very noticeable at night time. That's a very cool looking glow-in-the-dark small box. It's alright. Lots of barnacles. Very pirate themed. Sunken treasure. Looking pretty sweet. It happened. Number 20 for Cena type collection has appeared in the Navy. In the Navy. So yeah, we got a Navy box. I can't comment because we're still not sure what the box's DLC is. We don't have a clue what this box's DLC is, and it's definitely making us start to panic a fair bit. We will find out this month though, because I'm very much under the impression that the box's DLC will be coming out for next month, and therefore we should get a good glimpse of it maybe within the next 2 weeks or so. That's what I'm expecting. So, all right, well, fair enough. would you rather it be a large box collection, so it was justified that you sold all your large boxes this past post-Christmas during January, or would you rather it be a small box collection because you didn't sell all your large boxes? Feel free to comment below, because that's the dilemma. If it's small boxes, alright, the storage collections of the past, or the large box collections, they'll be fine then. But if it is a large box collection that Face Punchers made themselves, uh-oh! Now, if they have done such a thing, what price would they sell everything for? I don't know. So we'll see what becomes of that. You might be wondering, why am I standing there? Well, it's because I've got to spin this in a second, because, yep, for the month of February in 2026, the focused item of the month is the spinning wheel. However, we've only ever had one spinning wheel skin in the past. Now, it's last year's dartboard. Thank you, Boat. Thank you for reminding me. Thank you. Shut up. Anyway, so, that dart wheel did not work out very nicely, did it? No. Do you reckon that'll work out quite nicely? I mean, it's quite aesthetically pleasing. Oh, no. Oh, what's that phobia of holes? What is that called again? People who don't like the sight of holes, because with all those barnacles. Okay, so, what's it called? It's something phobia, of course. But yeah, that's kind of not looking very nice now. Also, doesn't glow in the dark. Not sure if we're really hoping for such a thing, but I will confirm to you. And now the other monument wants to talk. I will confirm to you, I have been seeing Valentine spinning wheels, and I have seen a Lunar spinning wheel, horse theme one. So yes, there will be spinning wheels appearing after this one, for sure, 100%. Not sure how many in total. Do you mind? Trying to rush this, trying to get through all of this, trying to make sure I get something recorded, and I've got everything yelling at me. Anyway, so with what we have here, all right, by all means, if you like it and you just want it, just go buy it. Treat yourself. Support the skin creator, keep them nice and motivated. Maybe we'll see more of this collection. I'm not really sure if you can make... Can you make a collection of steering wheels? I don't think so. Anyway, I wouldn't be surprised if it does drop off, though. I really wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, it's cool. I mean, you know, it does have directions. So you got north, northeast, east, southeast, south. I mean, well, yeah, if you had it in a certain way. So if you're bored one day, you could just take control and say, let's randomly go in a direction. You know? Now go round and round and round. And it's going to tell me, where we going, where we going, where we going, where we going. All right, I'm bored. Let's go southeast. And there you go. So... maybe someone can turn that into a video. You don't look at your map. You just always follow this compass. There you go. There's an idea. It's up to you. Right then. So, yeah, that's all the deployables. Looking pretty sweet. And then over to here. I'm going to look nice and stylish and strike a pose because I'm wearing the brand new navy clothing. And to be honest with you, you could have positioned yourself a little bit better now. Come on now. So, all right. We line up a little bit more forward. Come on. Now look pretty. And boom. There you go. Right, so. We don't get many blue options, do we, in terms of clothing and armour? And I've got to sit here and say that is looking pretty sweet. So, by default, I'm hoping for more. But here's the problem. You're not going to see any collection continuations until most likely March. So here's hoping the skin creator considers it. But that's looking pretty sweet. That's looking pretty cool. Opinions, please. Feel free to comment below. So what do you reckon? Is that your I don't know, needs? Is that your what's the word to say? I'm trying to figure out, do you like it? Let's just go with that. Are you a fan? Would you like to see more, or would you prefer to see some other things? Because I'm not sure if we're going to actually see more boat, pirate, and naval theme skins being produced during March, April, and the future, if you know what I mean. We'll see how it goes. Unfortunately, if this did originally come out in December time, we would have had like 2 weeks of quite a lot of skins, and then maybe during January we would have seen a whole lot more. But, well, it got delayed, and this month was already stacked. Next week, Valentine's, the week after that, Lunar New Year, and I believe the week after that, Lunar New Year as well. So, yeah, we'll see how it goes. Anyway, night time. Not too reflective, except the belt buckle a little bit. Yep, not too bad. Does it glow in the dark? No. So, alright. Not too bad there. Looking pretty sweet. No complaints. Go for the comment below then. So earlier, I was questioning, could this even be considered camouflage? I'm in the water. I'm swimming. Do you think that blends in very nicely? Well, I thought, you know what? This showcase, it needs a little bit more. So what I did was I jumped into a pool infested with sharks, and I can confirm to you, simply by wearing this hoodie and pants, it's made them pretty wacky, and it's made them pretty delirious, because some of them are quite literally floating in the sky. I mean, if I just turn... Here you go, yeah, so... Yeah, there might be something toxic in these threads, I'm not sure. Yeah, maybe. What are you doing with your head? I am the very model of a modern Major General. I can't remember the words. So, get a good look at that. We've got a brand new snow jacket. I've already made a special short video showcasing this. You could go ahead and search that right now if you so wish, with the song. Oh, yes. Yes, it's wonderful. But, snow jackets. I won't be surprised if a lot of people are going to be trying, like, they're going to be quite eager to try and put this on. For roleplay purposes and whatnot, I think a lot of people will be wanting to try and get this on themselves, all right? I think a lot of people will be greatly appreciating it for what it is. But how many people are actually going to be using it, like, to use it? If that makes sense? Not sure. What do you mean, Hedge? Simply putting it on should be right? It's this whole issue of how often do people even use snow jackets? Do they even bother skinning them? It's that whole sort of situation. So, you know. But based on what I'm looking at here, it is looking pretty sweet. I think it's a pretty cool looking skin. Now, by all means, if you're not feeling very confident in it in terms of an investment, fair enough, stick with a barter. But, with what we see here, if you like it, I must have said it about 3 or 4 times already, just go buy it, right? Because you like it. Treat yourself. Have fun. The Naval update is all about enjoying yourselves or sinking. At the very least, you can sink with your ship in style. So, nighttime. Yep, the gold is shiny. Or at least, I think it's gold. It might just be like painted gold, if you know what I mean. So, not too bad, not too bad. Opinions, please. What do you reckon? Now, of course, some people might sit and say, hey, does it glow in the dark? No. No glow, no worries, all is good. You are the very modern... the very model of... I lost my tongue. You are the very model of a modern Major General. There you go. So, opinions, please? What do you reckon? You might sit there and question it based on whether it's a nice investment. I'd actually like to ask you, based on the unique design, the unique approach and whatnot, are you a fan of what was made here? Now comment below. Okay, just to point out, the pants don't come with this. You might have noticed them just a second ago with the snow jacket. I just put them on for modesty. What we're actually sitting here looking at is the very cool looking life jacket hide shirt. And this very strange looking... why do I have a jellyfish on my head? Alright, so even he's kind of questioning everything. So this is pretty goofy, but yeah, we've got 2 primitive skins. Honestly, that's pretty cool. Didn't this come with a pair of shorts? Can we get the shorts? Like, okay, what you could do is do some, like, swimming trunks. Some swimming shorts, I guess you could say. That would be a nice looking sequel, but I get the feeling that just might be all by itself. So in terms of roleplay, that's actually cool, right? With all due respect, that's a nice looking design. But in terms of, is it going to work out stupendously in the future and whatnot, in terms of being a nice investment? I think it's going to be isolated all by itself. Maybe it doesn't sell that much, we'll see. But with a lot of people turning up today, and chat, don't forget, we're doing a very special giveaway. If you can guess closest to how many people are going to turn up over the course of this weekend, start guessing now on the server, that being the Discord server. I haven't done one yet, but I'm going to probably... I reckon we probably get very close to last month, considering the update. So, 246,000 over the course of this weekend? What do you reckon? I have to check in a bit just to see how many people have actually turned up in total. Or rather, when I record the rest of this later, we'll make a big point of it. Alright then, so, that's looking pretty sweet. How about we go ahead and showcase this at night with the lights on, facing me. Yep. The life jacket does appear to be quite reflective. Alright, I mean, you would expect that. What about this here? Sort of, I guess, or is that just coloured in? No, that's just coloured in. Oh, that's clever then. Alright. So I'm pretty sure the hide shirt doesn't glow, but the jellyfish, well, it does glow. So, okay, fair enough. I guess it makes sense. Right then, so something just for something silly, just for something goofy. Role play as a jellyfish underwater. Hey, you do what you want to do. You just keep it to yourself, right? The strange things you get up to. But yeah, that's goofy. That's silly. But I'm not sure if it's going to easily equal like success in terms of like nice investment and whatnot. But funny, cool, and yeah. To be honest with you, like we did get quite a decent amount of like various ideas and designs for this Rust store, all to do with the naval update. Life jackets, wildlife, pirate stuff, navy stuff, boat things. All right, fair enough. Although you're probably sitting there right now because you knew what potentially could have been accepted, and you're probably upset. I will sit here and say I'm upset we didn't see the swordfish longsword. That was cool. Damn. Right then, so I think we've gone ahead and... Oh, look at me, not the sky. I'm the one who's beautiful, with the jellyfish in my head. Let's now skip ahead and get a good look at the weapons, including the brand new SKS. And I reckon we could probably go ahead and showcase the training SKS as well, because there's something very, very silly going on in regards to that. Although I might have already said it for this video, considering that I'm recording this before the patch has even happened. Right, skip ahead. Let's go. And here we are to showcase the weapons and the tools. So I am recording this quite a fair bit later in comparison to the clothing, the armour, and of course the deployables. Boom. Nice change of scenery. Nice looking. Hatchet. Get a good look at that. Pretty cool looking design. And of course we also happen to have the pickaxe. So is this like cuttlefish or an octopus? I'm not sure. It looks cool. So yeah. Oh yeah, it's definitely an octopus. You got the suckers. Oh, okay. So those aren't eggs. Those are suckers. Well, no, you can see the suckers right there, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. It's aquatic. That's what the answer is. So if I could now quickly switch over to here. Lights off. Can't confirm to you, that glows in the dark. Now, I showed it off in the special 1-minute preview, but if I could switch over to here. Oh, it does glow as well. I didn't see the glow very easily earlier. That's interesting, but I can confirm both of them glow. Lights are on over there. It's not like, as you can see, keeping me lit up or anything. I'm well away. So if I could also quickly showcase this in third person as well. So if I could just make sure where I am. Where am I? I don't know who I am. Where am I? Ah. There you go. Boom. Right. So if I had to go ahead and just quickly showcase this at night, you can see that's very obvious to see. And of course, I could just take control again, make it a little bit more brighter, switch to this. And of course, third person once more. Nighttime, yes, they glow and they are noticeable. And I worry for them. So by default, I've already said it, tools, hatchets, pickaxes, they don't really retain their value. It's unfortunate, but it is to be expected. And when it comes to glow-in-the-dark ones, oh, it's not looking any prettier. So by all means, if you think it looks cool, that's what matters most. Buy it, use it, enjoy it, support the skin creators, keep them nice and motivated, keep them putting nice creative designs in the future. I've said that many times already. But based on what we see here, again, the question of will we still see like aquatic, boat, naval theme skins being produced and accepted? I don't know. That's up to Facepunch to decide. That's not a very easy answer. Shut up, it's not me. It's not for me to decide, sorry to say. So if I could just quickly strike a pose. Try and look pretty. Get a good look at that lighthouse in the background. That looks awesome. And were you impressed with the tools? So these like leaves of some sort? Is that suckers or eggs of some sort? I don't fully know. Skin crates were they had to stand up and say things. But let me tell you, if we could get like a jackhammer with an octopus all over it and whatnot, that'd be pretty cool. I don't think we've seen anything like that with a jackhammer in the past. Yeah, okay, good look at that once again. Let's switch. Try and pose nicely. Try. I should have faced the other way, but yep, you can still get a good look at that. Not too bad. So, yep. Opinions, please. Feel free to comment below. Next up. Well then. Yep. Yep. I mean, we already know about that, but yeah. That's a very nice looking revolver right there. And just to clarify, this is not from Y9J. This is completely isolated. It's all by itself, but you never know. Maybe it could turn into a brand new pirate-themed weapon collection, we shall see. But it's not part of the already established pirate collection that's in Rust. What with all the clothing and the armour and whatnot. I'm sure you're fully well aware. Cool. Right, so perfectly fine looking revolver. Let's give that a nice reload. Yes. Right, so that's looking pretty sweet. Nighttime look. Does it stand out nicely? I can see the skull. I can't really see the aim sight. Can't have it all, I'm afraid. So, alright, fair enough. I've got no complaints. And yeah, by default, I'm always like jumping onto revolvers. I'm always sitting here and yapping about how they're always usually very nice investments and whatnot. But of course, we do have competition that's already well established. Now, unfortunately, this particular revolver has had a bit of a crash today. Only this one, which is a bit of a surprise. But then again, considering the type of transparency, it was like the only other option. And the second people found out, oh no, new things have appeared. Ah, I must sell everything because they're not very bright. As I've already alluded to, it wouldn't surprise me if this does recover. And of course, we've already mentioned this as well. Whilst the other two have more transparency, this has the much more in demand collection as a whole. And yeah, I do believe this is the most expensive piece now, I believe. Pushing quite a high price and whatnot. I might not be correct there. I'm trying to remember. How much is the AK now? That kept going up and down, didn't it? But yeah, no, this is doing very well. Didn't even budge today. So much more support. But does it have a lot more people wanting to buy it? Because one thing we had to consider as we go through the next several weeks, through all of February, through March, through April, how bad is it going to get for this? And well, even this. I'm not too worried about this. So, okay, we'll see how it goes. But after seeing how this behaved, after we saw the Olympus revolver appear, perhaps this will now behave the exact same way. Just give it some time, and, well, I'm sure by the end of this year it'll recover again. So, what we're going to do now is, of course, showcase all three at night time. So, as we've already established, I can see it, but I can't see the actual aim sight. So, okay, that might be a bit of a problem. Switching over to Olympus. Can confirm, Olympus, I can see the actual aim sight, and I can see the body of the revolver as well. That is looking very, very nice. And then we switch over to the Heat Seeker. Same thing. I can see like the scratch marks on the actual main body. I can see like the actual aim sight itself. That's looking very, very nice. And that's been very reliable ever since it appeared. So, cool. No complaints here. Now, even with all this competition, I honestly wouldn't be surprised that this will still work out. We could probably see another revolver with the same amount of transparency. I have that much faith. But, as I've already said as well, we don't really see that many revolvers every year. So, yeah, okay, big surprise. Cool design, and potentially a brand new weapon collection that gets spawned from it. I think it's just going to be okay, even if it's all by itself. So, let's get a good look at you. Are you impressed? Are you interested? How much is it going to sell by next Thursday? Oh. We shall see. So, awesome looking design. Great pay-to-win features. But you are selling a little bit too high. So, alright. We'll talk more about that next Wednesday when we do the abnormal barders. But comment below your thoughts. And yeah, keep an eye out. I still think it could work out okay. And now, the Corsair double barrel shotgun. So, I was giving it a good look and I was like, oh, that really does remind me of like the Dragon Rage double barrel shotgun. It looks really cool. It looks really impressive. Yeah, it's made by the same skin creator. Oh, alright, fair enough. I guess he could make like a Corsair set now. Black and brass. I don't think we've seen that before. I mean, it's in your hands now, Mr. Little Ranger, but can I please still get that Rainbow Pony deployable, please? He is busy. He has a lot of collections. Are we still going to see the Rooster theme set for around Easter time? I don't want to say its name, because I'll get in trouble. But you know exactly what I'm talking about. Will we see the return of the Rooster with Tier 2 and hoodie pants around March time, just in time for Easter? I don't know if you can still put it in for Easter. Anyway, so that's a cool looking double barrel shotgun. How's it look at night time? Do I see it? No. What about from the side? Nope, not really. Oh, okay then. Not very noticeable at night time. Okay, it's not the end of the world. It's all good. Can I just quickly that nice reload? So just adjust the time as well. Nice and shiny, looking pretty. No complaints here. So is this the first double barrel shotgun for the year? I don't actually remember. If it is, that's a great looking design. So, what do you reckon? A nice pirate themed double barrel shotgun on display. Do you like what you see? If I could just quickly navigate all the way around. Put the octopus eye right there, the suckers. Put the pirate insignia right there, look at the shine. Don't look down through there. Ah. Yeah. Awesome looking approach. And if it does evolve into a brand new collection, oh, I think you might have a bit of a problem, Little Ranger. Well, and Graham Crone as well. Nice looking piece of work. So, alright, cool. Feel free to comment below your thoughts in regards to what you see here. And of course, nighttime look. Let's get a good look at that shine. Yeah, look at all that. Cool. Strike a pose and look pretty. And there we are. So by default, not feeling very confident with double barrel shotguns in general. We'll see if this one's different. Look at the sheen on that with the lights on nearby. Lovely piece of work. Right then, let's move on to the next weapon skin. So, what do we have right here? Is it still Heatseeker Summer? There's always another summer. Boom. So, no transparency. And if you need proof, whoop, here is the standard SKS on display. Who remembers when this was originally going to be a SAR skin? Well, look where we are now. So, cool. No complaints. Looking pretty sweet. That nice little reload. Perfect. So technically speaking, this is not the first ever SKS skin. It's actually this one right here. But I'm sure many of you are fully well aware, like I told you earlier, many of you should be fully well aware. Apparently only 3 of these exist. I actually did try to ask the skin creator, can you confirm it's only 3? And he was like, oh no, this should be accepted in 2 weeks' time. He didn't understand what I was asking for. Anyway, but apparently that's going to be changed now. And those 3 individual skins, I think it's 2, but it should be 3. They're going to be something different, apparently. So we'll see what becomes of that. But focusing this, you've got to keep that in mind. There will be more SKS skins. And yes, this is selling ridiculous amounts. Heatseeker Collection can't constantly have tons upon tons upon tons of skins selling and still work out A-OK. At some point, there is a limit. So if this does end up reaching about like 65,000 subscribers as well, yes, you should assume the worst. But if you bought just 1 for yourself, don't worry, that's not a problem. If you bought 1,000, yes, that's a problem. So, okay, cool. Nighttime look, please. Alright, so do I see easily? I see the aim sight. I don't see the body very well. I can see the scratches on the very back. If you see like the 4 scratches right there, not too bad. But I do see the aim sight. So, okay, not too bad, but again, just use an actual sight. So, right, cool. Now, if I could just stare at like a standard SKS, you can't see a thing. So that's just the standard SKS. As you can see, I can't click, sorry. Right, back to here. And then, of course, here's that training SKS. Now, again, I don't think there's going to be anything different when the special one appears next week, apparently. But, yeah, I can only vaguely see the body of it there. Yeah, only on the side. So, yeah, I don't think you're worried. I don't think you need to worry too much in regards to its design. The Heatseeker design. It was the heat of the moment. Hold on a second. Right, so whilst I was referencing like transparency, I'm specifically talking about the actual aim sight. In comparison to a standard SKS, you'll notice it has the bits bulging out on the side. I mean, well, yes, it does have transparency then. Is that still part of the aim sight? Yeah, but you still get more vision. Okay, whatever. So, quick little look over to here again, and yeah, that still keeps the things on the sides. Alright then. I guess it technically does have transparency on the sides. Yeah, sure, whatever. Hard cut. So, maybe there is a little bit of transparency in the actual aim sight itself. But yeah, I would agree, actually. With the sides bulging out, with the red parts are, do you see? Yeah, there is transparency there, so... Alright, I will give it the benefit. There is actually some transparency. But at some point, someone's going to remove that circle. You know they will. Right then, night time, please. Let's go ahead and showcase. So, sorry about that. There is some transparency. Not a ridiculous amount, especially when you look at, well, you know, handmade NMG, for example. We shall see what happens next. Lots of people buying you. Lots of people appreciating you. But I do believe a lot of people bought you in excess with the pure intent to sell. And when there's far too many people doing just that, well, when times are bad, do not be surprised when you see tons of these in the Steam market. I do still expect it to work out quite nicely, but there will be a lot of SKSs being made from here and now. Think of all the collections, all the more well-known ones, the ones that are successful in terms of retaining their value. Black Gold, Black Diamond, No Mercy. Oh, there's going to be a No Mercy one. You know for a fact there will be a No Mercy one. Thunder Gold, that'd be cool. Redemption, there's plenty of weapon collections, plenty of complete collections. I greatly appreciate in trying to get an SKS accepted. And I'm sure you'd appreciate that as well. So why not comment below right now? What collection would you like to see make their very own SKS? I know for a fact a lot of people are going to jump up and say, Hellcore, they'll make it transparent. Yeah, they probably would. Right then. So, let's keep an eye out for you. Because with the first 24 hours of sales, I'm worried that you're going to do over 30,000 subscribers. And if that's the case, yeah, it might probably reach 70,000 like the Ghost Furnace. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. So, I want to remind you, 4 months ago, I put this video out because I could see the writing on the wall. I've seen it happen before. When a new skinnable appears, the first few skins, ridiculous amount of sales, but then more and more options appear, and suddenly, well, they don't hold up very nicely, do they? And I'm sure you're fully well aware we've seen a ridiculous amount of beds since October. If we could just quickly visualize that, let's switch over to here. So, yep, there's the Rust door. Surprisingly, no garage doors or beds this week, but then, did we desperately need any more? 6 Rust doors so far this year, 4 beds already accepted. And then we look at all of that, yeah. And then we look at this, oh wow. Down 60, down 69, down 34, down 47, down 53. Only a few of these are working out quite alright at the moment, so yeah. You've been warned. Now, I did get it wrong earlier. I said snow jackets, that was the focused item of the month. What I meant to say was tack gloves. That was for December. We did see handmade LMGs. We haven't seen a ridiculous amount. Like, nowhere near in comparison to beds. But so far, we have seen quite a decent amount of them, haven't we? Yep. They're not really holding up very nicely, especially the first 2. Down 65, down 64. 35,000 subscribers. Well, down 64 here, and he's only did 18,000 subscribers. Blackout handmade LMG, you're doing better, but you're a blackout weapon. People appreciate them, and it's also got transparency. And then, of course, we'll take a look at the tactical gloves. But with all due respect here as well, they're not doing that bad. We have not seen a ridiculous amount. But considering we've seen 8, and it first became skinnable back in December, well, if we saw 4 every single month, what do you reckon? Well, considering we have Valentine's and Lunar New Year, we probably won't see that many. But I'm fully well aware we have seen Love-Struck tactical gloves being produced. Don't be surprised if we see that next week. Honestly, don't be surprised. So I do anticipate seeing quite a lot more of these regardless. There's lots of collections out there. I know I said it with SKSs, but we will see lots of collections making tactical gloves for their own collections as well. So be prepared for such a thing. So yes, with the SKS, you've been warned. It's only going to get more ridiculous. There will be tons of skins being made. People love the weapon. So, no, cool. Well, it gets enough love to justify getting a lot of skin acceptances, I guess you could say. Is it going to be as bad as the AK-47? Oh, well, there's only one way to find out. Just wait it out. So, of course, the next skinnable probably is the barbecue. That was mentioned last week. We've already said that. Not sure if people are going to go wild for a barbecue, but sure, why not? But after that, what else would you like to see become skinnable? What clothing pieces? If the next one's going to be deployable, surely we'll see a clothing piece next. Wolf headdress. Please, please. That'd be cool. That'd be cool, please. Right then, so be wary. Be prepared. We'll see how it goes. And just to quickly point out, if you didn't understand when I said 4 scratches, there you go. That's what I meant. Horse armor. Well, that's a special thing for Lunar New Year. If it does become skinnable after that, okay, that might be pretty sweet. But which one? Wood or metal? Ah, he didn't clarify, but I would assume both at the same time. I guess it would work. Right then, cool. So let's just put you away. Let's also quickly refresh. Are we fully up to date now? Yes, we are. Oh, you are definitely going over 30,000 subscribers in the first 24 hours of sales. It's happening. Let me also point out, let's just quickly refresh. So when I was showcasing the deployables, you'd have heard me saying that we're having a guessing game. We're guessing to see how high the player count would go, today, tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday. It's more likely to peak on a Saturday. So yes, we've reached just over 205,000. It wouldn't surprise me if we do reach about 210 this Saturday. We'll see how it goes. But to be honest with you, I was expecting higher. What would the average player count be, though? It wasn't just a Naval update. We had some tweaks, we had some changes. I can only hope that you enjoyed the update. But what happens now? Well, earlier I did mention like some other content and whatnot. But are you aware of the apartment complex monument? Yep. You're going to be able to rent a room. You're going to be able to rent storage. You don't need to have a base anymore. You just need to be a little bit flush with the scrap. So, all right then. You just know for a fact someone's going to make a video. I rented a room in the apartment. How long did I last for? Something like that. Like a whole wipe. I mean, sure, we'll see how it is. But I expect that to happen. So a brand new monument's being worked on. And of course, that apparently. Wearable golf flag. Would you be upset to have a giant flag on your back as you run around annoying everybody? Yeah, I think you'd love it. So for Lunar New Year, the Year of the Horse, of course, we're expecting an actual proper mask being made. So Protox has the design right there, and he's already showcased it in his own video right here on Twitter. So what I'll do is I'll link that in the description, and you can see that's a very nice looking design. That is the mask that, you know, in comparison to like the rat mask, the dragon mask, the tiger mask, that's the horse version. So technically speaking, it's a wolf headdress, but it's not. But it technically is, considering the stats and whatnot. Okay, cool. And speaking of new content, I'm sure you've seen it by now. Face Punch revealed their roadmap for the year. Now, everything could still be subject to change, all right? But based on Q1, new anti-cheat layer, we're aware of that. Server browser update, I mean, okay. Extended daytime, ooh. And more improvements, tweaks, fixes, you get the idea. And then, of course, I believe starting from like May time, armored ladder hatch, all right, water wheel, okay, a more primitive way to earn electricity, sweet. Terrain renderer, okay. Mortars, oh my. Tin can alarm, that's hard to say. Tin can alarm is getting an update. We're going to add electricity to it. Or it'd be nice if you could trip people with it. Like that's something I'm surprised we still don't have in the game. You put some wires out between two trees and if someone runs along, I'll make them trip. Tripwire. An alarm goes off. See, that would be cool. Add more advanced version of it. Don't sit there and say you wouldn't want that. That'd be cool. But it might like only help out the people who like to roof camp. If they hear someone's running around outside their base, they'll just quickly go upstairs and whip out the R960 AK. Oh dear, I know. Right, anyway, so we'll see what becomes of that. Workbench upgrades. Okay, that's cool. Vending machine UI refresh. Uh-oh. That's probably why my Twitch drop didn't get accepted. M16, yep, that's apparently being made. A new weapon on the horizon. New player models. Okay, I'm not sure what that entails. Are we allowed to choose? Or would we be able to, like, randomize? I get the feeling they won't want us to be able to choose. I think maybe that could lead to some bad things. We'll see how it goes. But completely different types of models and whatnot, that might be pretty sweet. Because there's quite a lot of generic stuff and whatnot. So we'll see what comes of that. New armor set, Kevlar. Would that be better or slightly below tier 3? Would it be in between tier 2 and tier 3? Tier 2.5. I don't know. We'll see what comes of that. All right, Kevlar. Not too bad. Sounds interesting. And then more improvements. Are you just trying to fill in space? All right, anyway. Apartment complex, we mentioned that. Monument improvements. I remember like a year and a half ago, just before they started working on Harbour and changing it to what it is today, they were actually working on Power Plant, and it looked like that they were going to hit, like they were going to focus and trying to make that more up to date, tweak it, change it. Perhaps that was the beginning of them working on all the monuments to give them a nice update, new bit of paint and whatnot. We'll see. But instead of like making completely brand new monuments, why not go back and redo the ones you already have? Change them up a bit. Make people feel enticed to actually want to go to all of them. All right, well, that might be pretty sweet. All right, cool. So, progression improvements. Best of luck. Everyone's still complaining. Now, I know the Battle Pass system. We'll discuss that in a second. Bug reward system, though. All right, well, that'd be cool. What's the reward? Nexus system, we're fully well aware. So, are you going to want to grab everything you got when your server, ends, when it's dead, just to go to another dead server, or be the cause of the next server you go to become dead because you just destroy everything because you already got all the resources and the weapons and whatnot? What is that going to lead to? At the very end of a month, are people going to be able to pack up everything and then move on to another server, which allows them to keep their progress? Imagine that. Indefinite progress, indefinite resources. Like you end up with like a train of all these ferries that just constantly keep taking your stuff away to another server in the future. Is that something you'd actually like to see? Indefinite, forever, but maybe it like gives you a bigger bounty. That'd be pretty cool, but we'll see what becomes of that anyway. Clan system, more improvements. New animals. Seeing this just gave me a revelation as well. We are aware cows and sheep, they should be next. But when I look over to here and see biofuel generator, that makes so much sense now. Wow, what's that all about? If we're going to have cows being added to Rust, what does the cow add to the game? When they added chickens, it led to pies, which led to buffs. Okay, cool. And of course, like the cooking improvements, all that. Maybe they'll give us steaks. Oh, steak pie. Lovely. Anyway, moving on. So basically, biofuel generator, I bet you could put milk in it. Like milk will be used as a fuel to then turn into fuel. So milk would probably lead to low-grade fuel. Somehow, some way. Okay, what about sheep, though? Indefinite amounts of cloth. All right. And then if you kill the cow, you get leather. All right, fair enough. So you could genuinely make like a farm in your base forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. Cool. Frogs are coming. They should do it for like April every year, April 1st. Anyway, so nomadic dweller might be like some sort of trader. Underground improvements as well. Interesting. Grappling hook, I'm Batman. And more player customization. So something's cooking in regards to new player models and player customization. But maybe that might be to do with the Battle Pass. So now we have a bit of a discussion. And I kind of get the feeling maybe this needs to be its own video. But are you against a Battle Pass completely? I haven't even sat down and talked about like potential Battle Pass ideas. Like I'm rolling with the idea that maybe the Battle Pass could lead to you getting like discounts or free DLC or discounted DLC. Like if you're a person that already buys every single DLC that appears, maybe it's not too bad of a thing. Like, what rewards are we actually going to get? So I actually went ahead, and I kind of like made a bit of a joke about it. When will Rust reveal the details of the Battle Pass? Is it like a one-time price? You bought it, that's it, you got the Battle Pass forever? Was it like once a year? Once a month? Like a subscription? Oh, no. a monthly sub? A subscription service? Oh, no. And what does it lead to? Free DLC, as I've already suggested. Server benefits? Well, if you have the Battle Pass, maybe you'll then be able to go on very special servers that are properly moderated and whatnot. Or do we get like a strange Alistair skin every single month? And, well, Alistair actually responded. He said, yeah, strange Alistair skin every single month. No, it's just a joke. But anyway, there's a nice preview for Valentine's. Don't be surprised if you see it next week. But yeah, there's your garage door again. So basically, we still don't know what's going on. But if you're going to buy certain things regardless, and by simply getting the Battle Pass, you now get it for free. Would that be fair? Because you've got to get some sort of benefit, some sort of gain, if you're going to have this Battle Pass system. If the player doesn't see that, then what's the point in getting it? And if you're going to sit there and say, well, oh, if you buy the pass every single time, that now means you can go on special servers that, you know, cheaters can't get on, right? Not necessarily. They're still managing to get through. Now, I did query, well, you know, if you buy the pass, it does make it a bit harder, because if cheaters get caught, they have to keep buying the game and buying the pass. But why should everybody else have to buy the pass? So it kind of leads to issues, doesn't it? Is it going to be simply a reward system? Go build your own boat and go fight a ghost ship, you know? That's your challenge for today, or for this week, or for this month. We'll see what it is, because I'm pretty sure a lot of people don't happen to like those types of battle passes. Offer your opinions, offer your ideas. How could they make it work? How could they make it so that people won't be upset with it? To be honest with you, with the last thing, I think that's impossible. But to just make something that doesn't negatively affect the game, I'm sure there's options out there. And at the end of the day, I'm sure they probably don't even fully know what they want to do as of now. They've got time to figure it out. And to be honest with you, they probably won't get it right the first time. They'll probably iterate and slowly improve it as time goes on. So we'll see what becomes of it. But don't just instantly assume the worst. Let them speak first, hear them out, and then you can judge them. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. All right, cool. So Battle Passes. We'll see what becomes of this one in particular, and we'll see what it leads to. Because with the whole system of $15 in your inventory and you get to go on those special servers, I get the feeling the Battle Pass might replace it. So, yeah. Imagine if it was something you could buy, but you could still sell on the Steam market. Would that make it fair? You have the pass, but if you don't want the pass anymore, you don't want to play Rust for a while, just flog it on the Steam market. Would that be something you'd be fine with? I don't think they'd do that, though. So, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. So, yep, that's basically everything that needs to be said. Consider giving that a good watch. It'll give you a good sort of insight into figuring out why the SKS might have trouble. And if you want to get some nice previews in regards to Valentine skins for next week. Last week, I showcased all the collection continuations. This current week, I showcased all the skins that are getting lots of support. In terms of votes, in terms of what my own server thought, like based on a bingo. Do you want some juicy pants? What? Do you want to get a better look at the garage door there? What's that sheet metal double door there? Oh, well. Consider giving it a good watch. So, I'm sure you're a lot more happy with this Rust store compared to last week's Rust store. But I did think it was like a calm before the storm. And today we got a lot of skins accepted, didn't we? We've got some very interesting looking designs. And now, you probably are going to start questioning, what strange things are we going to see for Valentine's? Well, I did already give you a preview. And then, what strange horse-related skins are we going to see for Lunar New Year? I wonder if we do see the anime horse girls. It wouldn't surprise me if it happens. It really wouldn't. Just for Valentine's, with all like the girl-themed skins, we had about 20 in total. It's like a tenth of all the skins that are submitted. Yep. Uh-oh. Oh no. Well, it is what it is. Enjoy the boats. Enjoy being pirates or the Navy. Have fun. Enjoy yourselves. But be prepared. Prices are now expected to slowly start dropping off again. It was inevitable. It's routine. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. The summer is just around the corner. I mean, sort of. If you're old, it just goes like that. Super quick. The summer will happen and prices will return to brand new all-time highs once again. So, stay positive. Just be prepared. Have fun. Enjoy yourselves. But remember, it's always smarter to wait it out and do the abnormal barders first. Catch you later. See you and goodbye.